think this video is one of my most planned ones. To be honest, I've been planning to film this for a very long time because this is about my really big project that I'm about to start. Now, there are a couple of issues that I'm having with this plan, let's just call it that. But that's something that is going to be fixed very soon. So I hope that everything will end up pretty good and I will be able to start it, by the end of this year, which is next month. I cannot wait to start making the first crosses because I'm just so craving it. But for now, I just decided to show you what I'm about to be starting. This is going to be huge. This is the biggest project that I've ever started. I've been thinking about stitching a large project that is not a heaven and earth design because, as you probably, if you were watching my channel, probably know that I got a little disappointed, very disappointed from heaven and earth design from the last project that I was starting, which I really loved, but it ended up being a bad one because the colors were off, everything was off basically. So I've decided that I will turn away from heaven and earth design because I do know that their charts are beautiful, but a lot of them are really bad. So what I'm going to do right now is tell you about the fabric. This is the fabric that I'm about to be using. By the way, this is on my flamingo stand, so it's really comfortable right now. I am touching it. I am using my Millennium frame. This is the largest one that I own. I actually haven't used these bars for a very long time because I didn't stitch anything special, but not anything special, anything that large. But this is perfect for this one. I mean, there are still there's a lot of space left, but the fabric is pretty big. So how can I just go further away from this? This is really big. I'm going to tell you the size of this project, but of course the fabric is larger because I needed edges for it. This is basically this is a 24 count what is it called, 24 count Congress Ramin, and this is my first trial with this. It's a pretty thick fabric. It's kind of sturdy. If you can see by the edges over here, it's pretty rough, and it's not supposed to be folded. If you fold this, there are lines that are being left in this. So that's why I decided to use this particular this frame, because it rolls the fabric and it doesn't give it folds. So I just removed my Chimera, my Scorpio, from the sidebars, and I had it on a smaller frame, but Scorpio will find its own place, and this one is going to stay on this for a very long time now. So I wanted it to have a good enough frame for it not to be ruined because it's a really big project. Now let's talk about what it's going to be. So I've been thinking which company I'm going to go for. Heaven and Earth Design, like I said, is out of the question. I know that there are more companies than the ones that I'm familiar with, but the ones that I know about that have really big elaborate projects are Este, and I also know about Golden Kite. These two companies are the ones that I've been hearing most about. I'm sure that there are more companies. I would love to know if you know other companies that create beautiful large projects and that are good quality, that are stitched, that they're checked. Let's just say that. But my choice was between Este and between Golden Kite. Now you can order a kit from them, full kit, but I had a little problem with that because it was very, very expensive. I mean, kits from Golden Kite, they can run up to $800, which in Israeli money, it's a huge amount of money. It's a couple of thousand of shekels, and I don't have that much money to put out for a cross stitch kit or anything other than life. So I've decided to just get materials like a little by little, and that way I will collect a full kit and I will not put out a huge amount of money in one throwout. I'll just kind of go month by month and get maybe a fabric and then some of the thread, some of the materials that I needed, the organizers. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of months. So my choice, like I said, was between Este and Golden Kite. Now, when I went on Este website, I didn't really find anything that I wanted. They have beautiful designs. I know that they are stitched by a lot of at least Russian girls. I don't know how many American girls or other countries stitch those, but I know that a lot of people do stitch them, and I know that the final result is beautiful. Now, Golden Kite is somewhere in the same line, so I kind of went between those two, and I ended up going for Golden Kite eventually. The reason for that was because Golden Kite had more options for cross stitch. Este had more like old kind of portraits, painters, like kind of a vintagey or old-ish type of theme to them. But Golden Kite, they also have those type of projects, but they also have other ones that are more happy, maybe more sceneries. Maybe I saw beautiful peacock over there, which I really, really loved, but I kind of didn't get it eventually. And my eye actually fell on one project that I absolutely fell in love with. I don't know why, but that was the only one out of the full site, out of every project that I've seen that I was looking at, that really jumped out at me. And I was actually thinking about it for a couple of days. I showed it to my husband, and my husband said that he was not really feeling it because he didn't know where we were going to hang that. But I actually see where I can hang that, if I will ever hang that, because it will take me years to finish, I think. But even though, what made me think that I need that is when my husband said that he wasn't sure about that, I still wanted it. I didn't change my mind. I still loved it, and I decided that I wanted to get it. So a couple of days later, I actually purchased the chart, which was 60 something dollars. I chose the original size. I didn't choose the huge large one or the smaller version. I chose like the normal size, which is not small, it's pretty big as well. And let me just insert the image of what I'm going to be stitching right now. So this is it. This is the project that I've decided to start. Now, the name of this design is The Messenger of Love, and the number of it is 3140. I don't know what it is about this image, but I just fell in love with it. I love the colors. I love the romantic atmosphere, the roses. For me, she looks like Cupid. I think that she is Cupid because of the bow and arrows. It's probably is about Cupid. I don't know the history. I don't really, I'm not really into art a lot, but when it comes to stitching, I think that this is one of the most beautiful pictures that I've ever seen. It has everything. It has the birds, the lovebirds. It has the beautiful lady, which is supposedly is Cupid, if she is the messenger of love. Flowers, roses, the sea. She has her little arrows. So anyways, I am just in love with it. So this is Golden Kite, like I said. The size of this project, I'm going to tell you in a second. It has the stitch count. Let's see. Stitch count is 450 crosses wide and 949 crosses high. So it's pretty long. It's a long picture. It's not that wide, but it's really long. It's, you know, a lot of crosses to the top. Now, like I said, I'm going to stitch it on 24 count, Congress Starmine, and the size of it, let's just see, it has, I'm going to show you in a second, but the size of it is, let's see, if you want to know in inches or in centimeters, I'm going to tell you in centimeters. So it is, it is 47 centimeters, over 100 centimeters high. Okay, now including margins, if they actually give you along with the margins, it's 63 centimeters with the margins wide, and it is 116 centimeters high. So that's the size of the project. If you want to know in inches, it's 18.74 inches wide, and height is 39.46 inches high, and that is the full size of the stitching. Now, along with the margins, you have to get the fabrics sized 25 inches wide and 46 inches high. Now, like I said, I'm stitching it on a 24 count, so that's the amount of, you know, the size of the fabric that you will need to get. Now, also the PDF, I cannot show you the PDF, but I'm going to just tell you about it for now. Just look at the picture. The PDF, of course, gives you instructions on how you're supposed to be stitching. Plus, they give you the full key. They give you the key of the solid stitches that are used in this. There are a lot of colors, by the way, in this one. I'm going to tell you about the amount of colors in a couple of minutes, but they also give you the table with the blends. You have a lot of blends in this kit. So they give you both of these, plus they give you the tables where you can choose the count of the fabric that you're going to be stitching on, and by that count you are able to buy the amount of thread that you need for that project. So I chose, of course, a 24 count, so of course I chose the amount of thread for the 24 count fabric. So that's something that is really comfortable about this. They give you the exact amount of thread that you need for the size of the fabric that you are going to be using. Now, let's just see how many colors are in this beauty. I kind of actually forgot. Let me just check it out, and I'm going to be back with you in a second, just a second. I just checked it out. The amount of thread, the colors that you need for this project. Totally, you need 200 colors. Just imagine 200 colors. Now 74 of them is the solids and 126 of them are blends. So there are a crazy amount of blends in this project, and to be honest, I actually like stitching with blends because they help the transformation and the transition of the colors. So I think that the final result with blends is much better than, you know, the original regular stitching with different shades. You know, it's kind of helping a lot. I used to not understand why you needed blends because sometimes they're really weird. But when I started stitching kits with blends, and when I started kind of working with this type of stitching, I actually realized that it does help. It gives the smoother and the more prettier, I guess, transformation of colors and the transition of colors, like I said. So that's something that's great. Now, they also give you the level for this project, and this is level 6, which is not that easy. But you know what? I'm not afraid of difficult projects. I'm not afraid of difficult stitching, and I am ready to embrace it. And I cannot wait to start and make the first half crosses. By the way, this is going to be stitched with half crosses, of course, because this is, look at this beautiful fabric. It's so straight. Every little square is like one, like the next. I don't know, I just love this fabric. Hopefully the stitching on it will be good, because I haven't used it before, and I know that a lot of the girls that stitch this large type of project, they do use this, because it's kind of, you know, in between the smaller and the little bit larger size of squares. I guess. Now, I'm going to show you the materials. Now, I am going to be using a really special organizers. I wanted to make this project really fun and really beautiful and really enjoyable for my stitching. So I'm going to show you right now the organizer that I'm going to be stitching with, and this is it. Okay, so hopefully you're able to see. It's kind of blurry. So this is an organizer that I got from Mir Vyshivki. I will link the website where I got this down below this video in the info box if you would like to purchase it. But you guys, these are amazing. They're pretty big, like you see. They are not light, they're not heavy, but they kind of have these they have a feeling on your hand. Now they are made of wood, and they have this little plastic insert that actually allows you to, I actually put little stickers down there, you see, and wrote the numbers of the threads. These are particular blends that I'm supposed to be using, and I kind of wrote the numbers of them, and they will not get ruined or like turned off, this organizer, because of this little plastic window that they give you that actually seals that in. So nothing will happen to the colors. They will not get smeared, they will not be ripped off, so I will keep this safe for a very long time. Now they also give you this little hole over here that is supposed to be for the needle. If you are stitching, you can park your needle in this, like you know, not forever, but for the while when you are kind of looking for something or whatever it is that you want to do. Now you can tell that I still don't have all the threads hanging on it. I will definitely braid them once I hang all the threads, but the colors are beautiful. I am using, by the way, DMC thread, and the colors are, you know, kind of dimmed. They're not really bright and colorful. They have a lot of different shades. Of course, if you have 200 colors, then, by the way, the organizers are from a company called Biroska, and the organizer itself is called Biroska. So you can tell that they actually like themselves a lot in this organizer. It's not cheap, it's pretty expensive in Russian money, of course. I don't know how equivalent it is in dollars, but you can check it out. Again, like I said, they are in the description box down below, and you can tell that I have I don't want to kind of put all of them on here, but I still, oh gosh, what was that? I still have two of them that are, you see, kind of empty. I don't have any thread hanging on it. So I still have to get quite, like, maybe half of the thread amount that I'm supposed to be using for this project. So this is something that I'm kind of worried about, because I couldn't order it because I got my credit card details stolen, and that's the reason why I didn't you know, get all the materials like at once. I kind of got half of the thread amount, and the other half I was planning to get next month, but this month, like, you know, it was this month. But unfortunately, like I said, my credit card was stolen, so I kind of missed it. Now next, what I'm going to be using for this project, I bought myself this little beautiful, oh gosh, this little it's a magnet actually. It has two sides to it. I can put my needle on it. I can actually put my scissors on it, though I'm going to show you the scissors in a second. I don't think that's a good idea, but I think that it's beautiful. It is really kind of fitting this whole design. I think it's kind of vintagey. It's made of wood, and I think that it is really pretty. They give you a lot of choices with these organizers, you know, but I don't know, I just like this one. This is from Волшебная страна. The company is called, and this is magnetic needle holder. So like I said, it has two sides. One is light and one is darker, and you can choose which side you want to put in the front or in the back. That's your choice. That's, you know, that's something. By the way, what does it say over here? I cannot tell. Oh, by the way, they give you the, I just noticed that. They give you the website down there. So www.volshebnastrana.com.ua. So you can visit the website, the website, and check out what they have in there. They have beautiful kits as well to stitch with. So yeah. Next that I got, I wanted to get myself cute scissors for this project. You probably saw the scissors that I had before. I kind of didn't use them for a while now. I don't know why, I just didn't want to lose them. So they are kind of resting in my chocolate box, which is my Max Brenner box, teen, I guess, box that I use for my storage, for my little stuff. And this is over there, but I wanted to get some new scissors, so I ordered myself new scissors. And you know what, I kind of didn't notice what size were those scissors. Look at this. This is huge. These are not stitching scissors. I don't know what they are used for. I think maybe it says it over here. Let's see. Oh gosh, sorry. I'm sorry. Embroidery scissors. These are embroidery scissors, but you know, I kind of I'm not really sure if these are the size of my hand, are good for the count of the crosses and the fabric, but these are really heavy. These are metal, and they are so beautiful. Let me just open them and show you. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this whole with one hand, so I cannot. But look at this. This is beautiful. I think that I will keep this. I will keep this. They are pretty hard to use, but I think they will get looser if I'll start using them. I don't know if I will be using them for this though. I think I maybe just going to keep them for, you know, beauty, I guess, because they're too heavy and too big and too massive for cutting the close cut that I need to cut my thread with. So I like how they look, but I don't think they're going to be good for this thing that I'm going to be doing. Now, next I have the needles. I have a large amount of needles. I have these AliExpress needles that I can use, which I love. I don't know, they're not worse than any other needle that I use. Plus, I have a couple of bags of pony needles, which I love, and I'm thinking that they are going to be in use as well. And for marking the fabric, I was thinking to be using these markers that I've used before. They are washable, water erasable pen, but you know what? I noticed that once you use them, they kind of disappear. They fade away after a while. So they will be washed out with water, but they also will be kind of fading away while you stitch, and they are pretty good. I actually really love them. And yeah, so back to the image of the stitching of the design that I'm going to be stitching. Okay, so back to our image. Like I said, this is going to be huge. I am going to enjoy it. That's for sure. But I'm sure that this will take me a very long time to stitch up. So I am ready for that. That's the reason why I wanted to make my organization as fun as possible. So that's why I got the special organizers. I want to have a full collection of thread for this project, so I won't have to worry for something to be, missing, and then I will have to stitch something, some color with some color, and I will not be able to because, I will have to run around looking where I can buy it, and I don't have anywhere to buy it in my city, so I have to order it from other places and abroad, or it takes time to do all that, and I just want to have everything in my reach. So, like I said, this is my organization. Like I said, this is Golden Kite, my first try at Golden Kite, and I think that this is going to be beautiful eventually. Now, like I said, this is the name of this. I'm just gonna try. I cannot concentrate. The name of this project is The Messenger of Love, and if you think like I do, it's about Cupid. I think that she looks like Cupid. Maybe Cupid is a girl. Yeah, so guys, hopefully you will enjoy watching this happen. I will not be starting this right now, so the next video you're probably going to see is my beginning of this project. This is going to be happening by the end of this month. I was thinking about starting stitching this on the 1st, on New Year's. We'll see about that, how everything will go. Maybe a couple of days before, maybe a couple of days later, but I do want to start it in around 2022, so I'll have a full year of stitching once I reach it. So you guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think about this project. If anybody is stitching Golden Kite or Este or any other good big companies, please tell me what you are stitching. Maybe there are more companies that create these type of designs and I am not familiar with them. I'm sure that I'm not, because I'm kind of closed in my little bubble, but I would love to know if there are companies that make large charts with a lot of blends, with beautiful outcomes if you have stitched them fully, so I'll know if there are even, if they're good enough for buying. Now, I've noticed that lately I've been going on the websites of, the kits that I usually buy from, and there's nothing really that really pulls me in, so I don't really want to order anything. So that's the reason why I haven't bought anything special lately, of course except from this kit, the materials for this project, but none other kits or anything has been bought. So I think that maybe I'm kind of cold from getting new kits, more and more and more new kits. Maybe because I am now going to start this design and this is going to take me years to finish, I'm sure, but I'm really into it, so I really want to start it. Okay, so hopefully this video was interesting enough and I wasn't kind of all over the place, because I'm never planning what I want to say. I'm just kind of opening my camera and starting to film, so my kind of speech is floating all over the place. But hopefully I said everything I needed. If you have questions, if you want to know something, ask me something, you welcome to do that. I would love to answer them. I love being asked questions. That gives me motivation to answer and to keep filming. So thank you for watching. I love you all. Subscribe, give me thumbs up if you want to follow this project. And of course, press the bell below to be notified when my next video comes out. And write comments. That really helps the channel, be more distributed. Okay, I love you all and thank you for watching.